Hello, this course here is going to show how to follow plans and the specifications required. So once you're handed over your plans from your superintendent, you'll be reviewing them a few days before or weeks before, getting preparation to come into this project. Very randomly that we'll be giving you these plans a day before. We want to make sure that we're planning ahead and getting things ready to schedule your concrete, schedule yourself to get in there and set you up for success. So once you, here behind us, we have a set of plans. Once you open them up, you'll scroll down to your index. Your index is going to show you your traffic control plan, your roadway plan, your utilities. Here we're going to discuss a little bit more about concrete. So you'll go to your roadway standards and go ahead and start reviewing what you're going to be laying out as far as sidewalks, driveways, retaining walls, ramps, what type of driveway, commercial, residential, how the width of the sidewalk is. This is so that you can build your job once and not doing rework and being as efficient, as effective as possible. So then we're going to go open up page 24. It's going to be showing you your sidewalks, your driveways. All driveways are labeled as like here is B17, B16, there'll be C4s. That's just the identification of the driveway, and on the driveway summary sheet, you'll be able to know what the penetration is, what size driveway you're going to build according to the plans and what they're going to pay you for. So as you can see here below, we have a 5-foot sidewalk coming in, 5-foot sidewalks. And then your driveway, and it's telling you 27 square yards. You go back to your driveway summary sheet to make sure that adds up, and the penetration is efficient and long enough for you to make sure that you're within percentage, which is the maximum is within 12 to 14% behind the back of sidewalk. We'll go scroll down to the next page, and you'll be able to see the types of ramps that they're asking for. Here, they're asking for type 5 ramp. You'll be able to see on your following pages, if you look at the index, page 30 is going to show you how to be able to construct those driveways and those type of ramps. Here, there's this same thing, type 5 ramps coming all the way along, and then it gives you a little bit more information on the elevations throughout this, very specific on the elevations for your contours, where your gutter line is going to be running. Very important that you're paying attention and following those elevations throughout the project. Next, we're going to talk about how to be able to follow the details per the plans and per specifications. So here for TxDOT, the City of San Antonio, our driveways are usually between the specification number 503+00. So you would go to your specification book, look up the 503.2 number, which is whatever number that's on your time card or whatever pay item number is what you're going to be looking for on the specification book. Once you've already covered that, it'll explain everything of how you get paid, how you're going to be constructing this, how much base to put underneath, the rebar spacing, and then as a guide to be able to check yourself, you're going to be going back to the plans. Here we got residential driveways showing number 3 rebar, 12 inches on center both ways, or a 6x6 wire mesh with the 2-inch minimum flex base. Something that you just want to be reading and always staying on top of, so that when inspections comes up and you got to present your work towards the inspector and be able to pass and be able to pour, you have all the ammo to back you up. So all this information will be provided for you on the plans. Make sure that you're constructing for there's a residential driveway, there's commercial driveways, there's different types of driveways and thicknesses, rebar sizes. Same thing goes for the sidewalks. Here you got your detail for concrete sidewalk section. Same thing, 6x6 wire mesh, and that's going to be or number 3 rebar 18-inch on center with your 2-inch minimal flex space underneath compacted. And if you scroll down to the page below, it'll also give you more details on your curbs that you'll be laying and the types of sidewalks. So you got the different types. You got type 1s, type 3s, type 5, which is what we're using on this plan sheet. That here gives you an exact measurement and guide on your type 5 ramps. There will be field adjustments, things that are out there on the field that you will have to adjust, such as poles or things that are unforeseen, that you will have to make minor adjustments. Don't be afraid to make those adjustments. Always just give the city as much sidewalk as you can, minimum 5 foot if you can. If not, just run it by your inspector and make those adjustments as needed. So all this is provided on the plans, and it's something that we need to use as a reference, as a guide to be able to get paid and do the job appropriately. Behind me here, we have the quantity sheets. This quantity sheet is very important to the job because it's how you get paid and how you're going to construct. On the left-hand side of the item numbers, those are the item number that you're going to be using to put in for your time cards on the item that you're working for the day. And it's also going to be the item that you'll be looking for on your specification book. You you go back to the number here, for instance, if we're doing 503.1, which is Portland cement concrete driveway, you're going to go back to your specification book, look up page number 503.1, and starting from that page there, read throughout those 3-4 pages, whatever it is, to be able to know how to construct it, how to build it, and how you get paid, and how you're going to wreck it and cure it. It'll explain everything on that number there. Also on the right-hand side, it'll give you the quantity of the job. So how much driveways they're going to be paying you for the whole job. Something that you want to make sure that you're within the budget. If you're going to exceed the budget, then make sure that there's a change order in place that your project manager, superintendent is already aware of, so that we're not blowing the budget, and make sure that the owners are up to par on what we're going to be constructing for them. You got Bermuda sodding. You've got all the items that you'll be constructing. It will have to be in there. If it's not in there, then there is a change to the plans, a change to the scope of work, and there will need to be finding a way how they're going to pay us. That is your driveway. I'm sorry, not the driveway. That's the quantity sheet there behind us. Behind me here, we have the driveway summary sheet. That driveway summary sheet is going to go hand in hand with the labeling on the driveways. As I was explaining before, we've got driveways B1 through B18 on the top part, and then G1 through G3 on the bottom side. The importance of this driveway summary sheet is going to be that it's going to show you exactly what type of driveway, what size driveway that you'll be constructing. You don't want to construct too much, because then we won't get paid for it, or construct too small, because then we'll have to rip it out and redo it. Here on the left-hand side, it's going to show the sheet number, and then it'll show the driveway number right next to that, and on the street that you're going to be constructing. So what you really want to be looking at is your driveway width, is the width that's going to be at the top, and then the driveway length. That's going to be as far as from the back of curb going all the way in, and how much penetration. Penetration is going to be from the right-of-way, the city right-of-way, past how much passed it into the residents, the homeowners' property, how far back you'll be penetrating into the property line. This is something that you got to pay close attention to. You don't want to exceed that. You'll have owners coming out and telling you to go ahead and go further back, but you will not get paid for that. So you want to make sure that you stick to the penetration that it gives you here on the plans, so that we can get paid by the owners that we're working for. So this is going to be also very important that you check out if it's concrete. Sometimes it can be asphalt. There's some asphaltic driveways that you need to do, and very important that you pay attention to the driveway type. It can be residential, commercial, and as I showed you before on the details, it'll show you what type of driveway that you'll be constructing, how thick, what size rebar, so on and so forth. Here behind, it'll show you your sidewalk here in the front, the letter Z, which is what the length is behind that sidewalk, and then the P, which is the penetration, and then you got your width. So this is beyond boundary for pavement, driveway pavement, that's behind the right-of-way. So this is your existing right-of-way. Anything behind that is considered penetration. Very important that you follow these to the T.